Put another dangerous cyclonic thing on the Barbie. Ladies and gentlemen, it is July 29th. And we put another dangerous cyclonic monster on the Barbie. Of course, it's not a freaking monster, man. It is just a tropical wave that we are watching. Technically, we have 3 that we are watching, but we have 2. This one has a 10% chance of development. This one has, 10-20% chance of development. This is definitely the more dangerous, 20% chance in the next 5 days. We got Flossie over in the Pacific and Eric. So July is not even over. And we have 2 in the Pacific that pose a potential danger to Hawaii. And we now have 2 in the Atlantic that pose a potential danger to the United States of America, the islands, possibly Mexico. And it is still freaking July. All right. So, plus we've had heat waves and heat records broken. I mean, literally all-time heat records shattered in the United States, in Europe, in many places. So, like, every sign is there that this is just going to be a damaging, nasty, deadly hurricane season. We've been hit by 6 hurricanes in the last 2 years, and we really haven't done jack shit to prepare or get ready for this stuff. Eric is predicted to go south of Hawaii. Flossie's predicted to go north of Hawaii. 92L, where you at, baby? All right. This is the one that is by Puerto Rico right now. It is kind of torn to shreds. The volcanic mountain ranges will do that. But once it gets past the islands, especially if it takes a curve above north, you got to watch this thing. Especially since Nathan the nerd, who's a bit of a genius, thinks it's going to curve out to sea. That means it would definitely hit hot areas. Although if it doesn't curve out to sea, it could definitely be a problem. This is Eric. Eric looks like he's going to be a hurricane sometime soon. Some projections have him in a Cat 4. It's Category 4 hurricane. Let's hope the asteroid fight club out there can push it south. This is Flossie, or maybe this is Eric. Either way, they both look pretty nasty. And it looks like the Pacific, which was slow to wake up, is now waking up and really needs coffee. Actually doesn't need coffee. It was a bad analogy. So it is only July, and we're tracking Tropical Storm Eric. We're tracking Tropical Storm Flossie. We're tracking Invest 95L. We're tracking 92W Invest and 93W Invest. And can I remind you again, it is only July. We got Mercury about to station retrograde. We still have Saturn, Neptune, Ceres, Jupiter retrograde. And I've noticed that when Mercury stations, that almost feels like a retrograde in itself. And for some reason, there's like this dark moon period right before the new moon where I'm like, oh my God, everything is horrible. The energy is weird for me. Also, either they turned on a bunch of particle colliders and hit me with beams, or I had an aneurysm and survived with most of my motor functions. I don't know. I wanted to go see a movie this morning. Didn't have enough money. Instead, I got the worst migraine I've had in what felt like years. Fantastic segue into, this is what I do full-time as your planetary defense commander. I've literally been talking about how bad this hurricane season is going to be all year, trying to get people ready, and technically for like 4 years now. I live, survive, and thrive. Pay rent, all bills on your contributions and donations. The very safest way in the universe is mail. So you can send it to T. Lewison, 5430 Birdwood Road, 416, Houston, Texas, 77096. I got $5 from Cody G yesterday. Thank you. I got $0 today. So we're only 772 days away with 5.5 days to go. And just a little reminder, definitely during hurricane season, I pretty much work 16 to 18-hour days every day. I stay up from midnight to 8 in the morning, covering the gap where most people go to sleep. I double my efforts on the weekends when everybody's usually off. And I do everything I can to provide information, the best information possible. And on that note, I technically have provided you guys with dates and locations for hurricanes in September, the middle of September, and the middle of October, being the upper northeast, anywhere from Virginia to Boston, and right around Tampa Bay. I think it's the Crystal Lake area. That's Cat 5, that one. I don't know what the Cat for the Northeast is. And so, yeah, I don't know, man. It's like we live in a time where corporations control everything, including the narratives, and they sure as hell don't want you guys to know good information. Because all my research has found that all the gas giants on the same side of the sun leads to major earthquakes in the United States, major volcano eruptions in the United States, and really freaky hurricanes. So, the last time a hurricane hit the upper northeast, yeah, all gas giants are on the same side. So, whereas a lot of people are there to distract you with politics as some type of freaking solution, that is not my game. In the 6.7 years I've been doing this, I said, I don't trust politicians, I don't trust governments, and it's best to pretend like they're not there, and if they are, they're trying to distract you. And so, I will do a breakdown, maybe each storm individually for everybody, because, like I said, if I got to make 570 videos in 6 days, then I should probably split them up, not make a bunch of long videos. I've been ringing the alarm bells for a couple days now saying, all right, it's about to be lit, like super lit. And at the very beginning of the year, I said, very best case scenario, we're going to get hit by 2 hurricanes. Very worst case scenario, we're going to get hit by 5 or 6. And so, you know, now that we're inching closer and we're seeing more and more waves pop up on the board, you know, other than the people who are in tune to this, it doesn't seem like many people are paying attention. But the media and our politicians are not doing anything to help them focus on the things that are real. Mark Sudduth, slowly but surely the Atlantic is coming to life. August looks to start off with some interesting things to monitor. There's nothing to worry about just yet. After all, it is hurricane season. I don't even know what this means. Like, we know we're going to get hit by it. It's almost like a school shooting or a shooting. Where, like, if you knew a shooter was going to show up somewhere at a specific time with X amount of bullets, it's been like, oh yeah, the shooter won't be here for a few days or even 2 more weeks. So you ain't got to worry about the shooter. I'm telling you, the shooter's going to be here, man. There's going to be a bunch of shooters. And I'm talking about hurricanes, okay? If you can't handle metaphors, Thor News is not the place for you. Nicolas Barreto, a second disturbance off of Africa has a 20% chance of development. Conditions would be a little more favorable. And it's like we were talking about with the Azores High. As soon as the Azores High drops and the wind shear drops and there are holes in the African dust, it is Katie bar the door, baby. And yeah, 2019, at least the absolute most unromantic year ever. I don't have any crushes anymore. I think beautiful women are here just to distract us. You got a freaking Eurocane hitting Europe. It's 990 pressure. Technically, that's a hurricane. So you got USA being threatened by 2 waves, Hawaii being 4, for Hawaii being 2 of them, the mainland being 2. You got Europe being hit, you know, but as long as, I don't know, the migraine left me in a bad mood. And also, I really wanted to go see that movie. Da Blue Boo, Da Boo, the Florida Wave Master, not the same as Da Boo 7. For those who may have doubts about our abilities, this was one of the first tweets this morning after hearing everyone talk about how land interaction will tear it up. He was basically saying, what if it pops out of here and then goes north of all the islands? If that happened, it could be a pretty nasty hurricane. I believe that's what he was saying, paraphrasing. I don't know. Note to self, 2 days left in July. Hang in there. maybe tables will turn, and at some point, people who do good things and are honest and care about the welfare of all human beings will start to get some type of decent rewards. My crazy prediction was that CrankyWXguy, who's the king of weather Twitter, and I'll leave his blog linked, he will show up back on Twitter better than ever with more wit, less crank when the chips are down. And he replied, "That's cool, man. You're cool. We got a cool buddy dynamic going on. And we disagree on stuff a lot of times. You know, it's crazy. You Americans should relearn." I'm an American. You can disagree with people and still respect them. You don't have to freaking demonize them and say that they're like the worst thing ever just because they don't agree with your political opinion. That's like the biggest bullshit I've ever heard and the least manly and American thing on this fucking planet. You're a coward if you demonize people just because they don't agree with you. There, I said it. Big waves, people. Papa gets tape, I'll be bumping. This guy's probably got 1 million subscribers and drives a Bugatti. He was saying a large solar storm will hit Earth on the 31st. At the same time, the black supermoon. Well, dude, there ain't no sunspots cocked and loaded, and if we get hit by solar wind, it won't be anything out of the ordinary. We've been getting hit by solar wind 30 or 40% more than average this year than others. With Mercury stationing and then going direct, I'm not surprised. The Eurocane is basically stationing, retrograding a little, and then going forward. And I started a volcano watch on May 22nd, and earthquake watch for pretty much this whole chain. And so it's not surprising to see you had this erupt the other day. You got 1, 2, 3, 4 volcanoes that are erupting in Central America, which is right by our hurricane region. So yeah, this whole area is going to be super hot. Like, meteorologists don't talk about how volcanoes add to ocean heat and atmosphere heat. Scientists don't talk about how volcanoes add to ocean heat and atmosphere heat. But I do. Yeah, Eurocane's pretty crazy. Holy shit. What a blow up in the core of Eric tonight, just like Big Barbara's blow ups as she went to hurricane status. You got big double trouble for Japan with 2 Cat 3, Cat 2 hurricanes bookending it. Technically in America, we call this a Fujiwara hurricane, but I would guess in Japan they call it a binary hurricane. So yeah, y'all, it is lit, and this could be a nastier, deadlier hurricane season than 2017 and 2018. It could be like a sci-fi film. So, you know, this is what I do best, and it's been nothing but I've been under fire forever. So if you do want to support, that would be freaking wonderful. This is definitely the time of the year where I do my best and I give 110%, and I don't care about my own personal health or sleep, and I do what I can to provide accurate information to everybody. Like I said, now is the time. Rent is like the 3rd, although I don't think I have to turn it until Monday. We'll see. But and technically I think I'm about to bounce checks in my freaking bank account. So PayPal, you try it. It's always a shit show though. So only 772 days to go with 6 days, though I'm not totally defeated because you guys are usually really great in the last 48 hours. But with as stressful as things are, I really don't want to do that this month. You know, I don't know. I mean, my mama always said, if you worked hard and poured your heart and soul into something, you would do well. And freak, man, for 6.7 years, work is the only thing I've done. And I couldn't even afford to go see a movie today. And I had to, and I kind of freaked out because last month I had to pawn my PS4 and my amp to pay electricity. The month before that, I had to pawn my guitar. And it's like, I don't know. I told you exactly where Barry was going, and told you exactly where Chantal was going. I think if I could clear my mind, I could tell you where these things were going. I've been stressed the freak out. Anyway, okay. So yeah, I'll do another one eventually, sure. Love you guys. And like, there's something about the dark moon. It always, I call it dark moon Lilith. I don't like that energy at all. So it's like we got a stationing Mercury with dark moon. And it's like the whole underworld shows up and it's like, we don't like you, Thor. I'm like, well, kiss my softball. Yeah, I don't have a softball. Anyway, I like it when I'm funny and optimistic. Okay, so everybody stay cool. I love you. If this isn't your cup of tea, then you should go somewhere else. Because I'm not going to change. And I've been doing this fundraiser thing for over 3 years now. And yeah, it's a roller coaster, but it makes my life like a weird video game. Or a weird reality TV show. Jesus Christ, I hope I win. Help me, Lord, this month. Okay, peace out. God bless everyone.